As Formula One lands in Singapore, McLaren arrives on the edge of a major milestone. The Papaya team is about to lock in its 10th Constructors' Championship and its second in a row after running away with the 2025 season. With a massive 333-point cushion over Mercedes, they only need a small haul of points at Marina Bay to make the title official. The mechanics are ready, the trophies are waiting, and the celebrations are already being planned. But behind the calm public face, a far bigger story is unfolding inside the garage. The real battle is no longer about the team trophy, it is about the Drivers' World Championship, and it is happening between the two men in orange. Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris are separated by only 25 points with 7 races remaining after Singapore, and every lap matters. For months, CEO Zak Brown and team principal Andrea Stella have stood by a clear policy. Both drivers get equal treatment, equal machinery, and the freedom to race each other. No designated number one, no pre-race orders. Let the driver who deserves it take the crown. That attitude helped create a positive, united environment, lifted the whole organisation, and pushed McLaren back to the front. Now that philosophy is under its toughest pressure. The question is not whether McLaren will win this season. The question is how they will manage a title showdown between teammates while a very dangerous rival waits for any mistake. Piastri currently leads the standings with 324 points. In only his third year in F1, the Australian has been calm, efficient and unflappable. Norris sits on 299 points, close enough to attack at any moment. And just behind them is Red Bull's Max Verstappen on 255 points, fresh from recent wins and rebuilding momentum. He may be the outsider, but if the McLaren pair trip over each other even once, a 4-time champion like Verstappen will not hesitate. He can turn a small opening into a title push. That scenario is exactly what Zak Brown fears most. If the internal fight is managed poorly, McLaren could end up losing the driver's title to a rival they have otherwise kept behind all year. Even so, Brown keeps repeating that the team will stick to its rules. Equal chances, equal cars, let them race. It sounds bold and romantic, drawing comparisons with older eras of F1 when the fiercest enemy was often your teammate. But modern Formula One is a different beast. With tight point systems and safety cars that can flip a race in a lap, some wonder whether this is brave management or needless risk. McLaren's message remains that the team comes first, but with the Constructors' title secured, human nature will start to take over. Drivers naturally think about their own championship dreams. As the calendar winds down, the temperature rises on both sides of the garage. The engineers try to keep everything calm. The drivers insist that nothing has changed. Still, recent weekends have shown little clues. Sharper radio calls, harder on-track moves, and a sense that everyone knows one decisive moment is coming. The debate is no longer if team orders will appear, but when and what happens when they do. Will both drivers accept a call that costs them a win? Or will one of them refuse and think only about his own championship? This is where mindset matters. Piastri has shown remarkable composure all season. He rarely puts a wheel wrong and squeezes points from tough situations, yet some veterans ask if he has the ruthless edge that sometimes separates champions from contenders. Former McLaren stars have said that a driver does need a selfish streak to take the ultimate prize. In their view, champions must put their own result above everything else at the key moment, even if it looks harsh. Another ex-teammate from that era made the point even more bluntly. Racing drivers are self-centered by nature, and at some point the instinct to win will override any team plan. In their eyes, papaya rules can only hold for so long when a world title is on the line. Norris's situation adds more emotion to the mix. He has been part of McLaren for 7 seasons, driving through difficult years and trusting that the turnaround would come. Now that McLaren finally has a car capable of winning the championship, the path to his first title is blocked by a younger teammate who arrived far more recently. Their relationship has been solid and respectful, but title fights can strain even strong friendships. Norris is known as one of the friendliest personalities on the grid. The big unknown is whether that warmth will last if he believes he is being denied the chance he has waited for since his rookie year. The points picture keeps things tight. 25 points is a decent gap on paper, but in F1 it can vanish in one bad afternoon. One retirement for Piastri at the same time that Norris wins would swing the standings immediately. History gives a clear warning. In 2022, Charles Leclerc lost control of a big early lead to Verstappen because of reliability problems and strategic errors. No lead is safe until the flag falls in Abu Dhabi. Both McLaren drivers know this, which is why their different approaches are so interesting to watch. Piastri's style is measured and precise. He has built his season on consistency, smart risk management, and strong Sundays. Critics argue that while this makes you hard to beat over a long campaign, a driver sometimes needs to step out of his comfort zone to land the knockout blow. In the final stretch, there may be races where sitting behind is no longer enough. At some point, he might have to throw a bold move and accept the danger if he wants to shut the door on Norris and keep Verstappen behind. Norris, in contrast, has shown bursts of blazing speed and moments of frustration. You can sense the pressure of expectation on him. He knows this might be the best shot yet at a world title. No one can promise that McLaren will stay this dominant into 2026, when new rules could reshuffle everything. Being the senior driver, the one who helped rebuild the team culture and kept faith through thin years, he may feel he has earned this chance. That weight can be a motivator, but it can also be heavy in split-second decisions. Their different roads to this fight make the story even richer. Piastri rose through the junior ranks like a rocket, winning Formula 3 and Formula 2 in back-to-back seasons. McLaren signed him as a long-term play, expecting his best years to arrive later. They are arriving right now. Norris, meanwhile, became the face of McLaren's revival. He stayed through the rebuild, worked closely with engineers, and played a big role in shaping the positive environment that now powers the team. It is easy to see why both drivers feel this title could be theirs for very good reasons. For Brown and Stella, the next few weeks are a leadership test like no other. Every decision will be watched, replayed, and judged. If they let the drivers fight wheel to wheel at all times and there is a costly collision, critics will say they were naive and threw away an easy 1-2. If they impose team orders to support one driver, likely the current points leader, fans will accuse them of breaking their own promise and punishing Norris for his loyalty. There is no painless option. The only thing that truly settles the argument is the trophy at the end. This is a clash of values. On one side is the romantic view, fair play, equal tools, and a clean fight between two brilliant drivers, which is a dream for marketing and for many fans. On the other side is the hard edge of Formula One. Winning is everything, and legends are made by those willing to do whatever it takes in the decisive moment. Some teams have learned the hard way that trying to keep everyone happy can mean nobody ends up happy when the title slips away. The last 7 races will test nerve, patience, speed, and trust. Will Piastri find that extra bit of steel when it matters most? Will Norris's easygoing nature buckle under the strain, or will it help him stay calm and deliver when the pressure peaks? And above all, will Zak Brown keep the equal fight promise all the way, or will he choose a firm number 1 to make sure the driver's crown stays in Woking? The answers will come corner by corner, starting under the Singapore lights and then moving through Austin, Mexico City and the rest of the run-in. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, subscribe to the channel and leave a comment below. See you in the next video.